Hey, good morning. It's Erica. So this morning I was listening to a podcast from my coach, my fitness coach, and it was on self-sabotage, and I really appreciate the message. It was about like when you're finding yourself stuck, that all the things you're trying to do to reach your goals are not working, then try something new. Instead of like going back into old behaviors or telling yourself that you're a failure and you can't do it, so you might as well keep doing the things that you were doing that don't work. Try something new. And while I appreciate that perspective, and it has worked for me in the past, and even this morning, like I was struggling to do my workout, so I did something different, and I got on a virtual gym that my coach has. It's a Zoom room that you can jump on and work out with other people on Zoom from the comfort of your home, which is kind of cool. But so I did something different. But like I want to kind of one up this and say, like, sometimes it's because you're going through a storm, right? And you're like emotionally and physically depleted, mentally, maybe it's more like emotionally and mentally depleted. And in those situations, it's really difficult to learn something new. In fact, it's really difficult to do anything except what is an ingrained pattern of behavior. When you're in survival mode, challenging yourself with with learning, right? With recircuiting your brain. It is like, I don't know, there's probably some research on it, but I'm sure it's pretty difficult. And I think anybody that suffers from clinical depression could kind of attest to that. But when we're going through these storms and emotionally and mentally we're just broken, like it's I find that it's almost impossible to do something new. In fact, my goal at those times is just to do something I know, but with damage control, right? Like weather the storm without going backwards. And that's where I'm struggling currently. I'm backsliding, and that's my frustration with myself. But I do, like, there are some tools, because sometimes, even though I know what to do, I might forget, or just need to be told. Actually, I need to be told what to do when I'm severely depressed and I can't come up with it on my own. So, like, I actually, I wrote myself a list, and it's hanging by my bed. And it literally says, because I know that escaping from reality is kind of what I do. I try to escape from my difficult feelings. So there's some suggestions on there how to escape other than like the things that don't benefit me, like binge eating and, so some really simple things. And then on the bottom of the list, it says things to do on the days when I lose motivation and get depressed. And it's a to-do list. It's myself when I was in a good frame of mind, telling my depressed self the things that you already know how to do, and here's the order in which you're going to do it. These are easy tasks. I even have on there, let the kids skip their bath and watch TV. Because these are, like, in my brain, when I'm really beating myself up, I want to do things perfectly, and I beat myself up over the fact that I can't do things perfectly, or I'm not capable in that state of physical, mental, or emotional state. So, my desire to be perfect at exercise, or perfect at my diet, or perfect mom, making sure my kids are on a schedule and always engaged in a learning exercise, and that I'm giving them my 100%, and all these things that I have these expectations of myself. If I'm barely functioning and I'm in survival mode, there's no way I can be 110% on the perfection scale. So, and I even have on there, because the other thing, like, nutrition's a big thing. And I'm in it right now. I'm going through a storm, and I have not looked at this list until right now, when I'm trying to like communicate this to the world. But like on the list, it says for in regards to nutrition, no need to meal prep. Eat frozen veggies, tuna out of packets, pre-cooked rice, apples and bananas with peanut butter, grab a shake, have a frozen dinner like a lean cuisine. I mean, like those are, they can be healthy options, portion controlled, fresh, ready to grab, you know, and they're not chips, and they're not, like, for whatever reason, a trigger food for me is animal crackers. I don't know. But like I have a stockpile of animal crackers because I know there are going to be days that I just want to sit around and binge eat, and those are my choice. But I never feel better after it. But I do know that in those situations where I'm physically, mentally, or emotionally depleted, the last thing I want to do is stand by a stove and cook chicken and make a casserole. But I also, in my head, might say, well, you know, if I'm not meal prepping, there's nothing healthy to eat anyway, so I might as well go grab fast food or whatever. But on my list, because I'll be out of ideas, because when I'm stuck in a fog, I cannot think of very basic common sense solutions. I just can't. Like it's like there's I just want to lay in bed and do nothing and isolate, you know. So also on my list, I think it says like call a friend or something. Maybe it doesn't, but I should add it because it feels impossible sometimes, but getting out of my isolation is you know, is sometimes the key. So anyway, long story short, I try not to make these things more than 7 minutes. I'm at like 6 minutes and 43 seconds. I haven't posted a video in a while, so I think this is a good way to get back into it. I'm not sure whether or not anyone gets anything from these, but it at least keeps me talking about difficult things and keeps me out of my own head, and maybe there will be someone that gets something out of it. Anyway, my name's Erica. Have a good day. Bye.